Hello everyone, hope you all are doing fine. So today in this lesson we are going to see how to solve and clear true false not given question types of IELTS reading section. Okay, many students find this one very difficult because they are not able to differentiate between true or not given or false and not given. So when there is not given, they write it true, and sometimes when it is false, they write it not given. So it is a bit confusing. But if you know a clear method how to identify using some methods, some key points, and then use them while reading your statements and your paragraph, then it becomes very easy for you to identify these three types. Before going to the explanatory forms, let's see how the format of the question is. So you will be given a question prompt, something like that, and you will have that true if the statement agrees, false if the statement contradicts the information, and not given if there is no information. So not given is one of the most difficult ones, but after going through these explanations and the tips, you will be able to find this very easy to catch up. Okay, so this is our question prompt. The question prompt will look like this, and these are statements. Okay, these statements are from the paragraphs which will be given. Okay, these are from the paragraphs. One of the paragraph will have this one in itself. Okay, raising levels of literacy was the main theme of the conference. Okay, so A, B, C, D, E, F, the reading passage will have one paragraph, and in any one of the paragraph you will have this statement or this statement. So all these statements will be from a different paragraph. So, and one more is that after you finish one statement, the next one will be after the first statement. Okay, the questions comes in an order. So after you have found your first statement in which paragraph, just omit that and move forward, because the next one will be in the next paragraph or the from the next sentences. Okay, so this is the question prompt. It will look like this, and you need to find out where and which paragraph consists this, and after that say which whether it is true that the paragraph says the same thing as the statement or not, and if it does not, then we have to say false, or if nothing is written about these statements in the paragraph, then you have to write not given. Okay, so let's move on and see how to explain. So we are going to take each statement and look at the paragraphs and see how to identify whether it is true, false, or not given. Okay, so let's begin. So the first statement is raising levels of literacy was the main theme of the conference. Okay, so here conference is our keyword. Okay, conference is our keyword. Rising levels of literacy was the main theme of the conference. So now we are going to look through A to D paragraphs. Okay, in your real exam, go through the paragraphs and see which paragraph consists of this keyword conference. So after you have found the paragraph, just read through it. Okay, so after I have found raising levels of literacy and conference in the paragraphs, I found that this paragraph is having conference two times. Okay, so this paragraph has conference two times. So I'm going to read it completely. After skim reading for the keyword and keywords, you are going to read the paragraph completely and in detail to understand whether the information given here agrees or disagrees with the statement. So let's read it. Sir Anthony was speaking at a conference about the need to improve young people's sense of well-being. Okay, what the statement is saying here, raising levels of literacy was the main theme of the conference. Okay, raising levels of literacy, so enhancing the knowledge, enhancing the literacy, the knowledge on some particular subject was the main theme of the conference. The statement is saying like this: Whereas when we read here, we see that it was sense of well-being, about the need, was speaking at a conference about the need to improve, to improve, okay, increase, improve people's, young people's sense of well-being. So well-being means living in a good health, living in a better place, in a better lifestyle. So well-being is nothing relating to literacy. Okay, literacy is nothing related to well-being. So it is completely different from what the statement is saying to us. Okay, well-being, here is our keyword, well-being, literacy. Okay, so they do not match. Okay, here the statement is saying the main theme was literacy, whereas here it is saying as, what the paragraph is saying us, that it is the conference about sense of well-being. So it is contradicting the statement. What is it is contradicting the statement. So what we are going to say finally, literacy, well-being. Read once again and see. Conference about well-being, conference about literacy. So these are two different things. So what we are going to do, we are going to say it's false, because it is clearly said that the conference was about well-being and not about the level of literacy. So this is going to be false. So you see, we have to search first, get the keyword, okay, then go on to find what the para is about and match the keywords, and then see if it is matching or not. Okay, so after I have done the first one, I will move ahead. For the second statement, you need to see the next of this paragraph, because it is the continuation. Okay, continue from the last answer. Wherever you have found, which paragraph you have found your first statement, the second statement will continue from that onwards. So if the answer was from C, then you need to look out after C, the paragraph D, E, A, F, not A, B. Okay, so you're getting me? The second answer, third answer will follow the first statement. So be clear that you do not waste your time searching for A, B, and C. Move ahead with E, F, and G. Okay, so your second statement answer will start after the first statement paragraph. So you can omit C and then move on to the next one. So the next statement says here, it says online platforms such as Facebook and Twitter can have a negative effect on young people's minds. Okay, so I am going to check this as my keywords: online platforms, okay, negative effect young people's life. So this is my statement. So after I have finished my first statement, I will leave those paragraphs and move on to the next one. So after I search for the paragraphs for online statements, online platforms, I find this is having something related to social media. Okay, so here we are getting the synonym of online platform, that is social media. So it has two times appeared in this paragraph. So I am going to stick to this paragraph now and read it completely to understand the information. So after I have found the keyword here in the paragraph, you search for the keywords, and when you get your keyword, just stick to that paragraph and read it completely to understand the meaning. So let's start reading. Education Secretary Damien Hinds told the conference that the relentless presence of social media made growing up more pressurized. Okay, pressurized is not something positive effect, but it is a negative effect. So it is relating to our other key point, negative effect. Okay, pressurized is making them feel stressed, frustrated, or something. It is having a negative effect on their mood, in their mind. So this is something related to negative effect. Okay, let's move ahead and see whether it also confirms our saying. He said this could be all pervasive. So pervasive means a negative outcome. Okay, the meaning is a negative outcome. All pervasive. The meaning of this word is negative outcome. So again, it is relating to our negative effect. Okay, so pressurized, negative effect. All pervasive, negative outcome, that is also relating to negative effect. So we are reaching to a conclusion now. Now again, there is another synonym, teenagers. Here in this statement it is said young people, so you need to be very careful. Along with the keywords, look out for the synonyms. They will not use exact same word. Here they have said online platforms such as Facebook and Twitter, but in the paragraph they have said social media. So you should be well equipped with the synonyms of certain common words, topics. Okay, so young people is replaced here by teenagers, making them compare their own experiences with the perfect lives on social media. Okay, so what we are getting here, let's read it again. Education secretary told the conference that the relentless presence of social media, so presence of social media, made growing up more pressurized. He said that this could be all pervasive for teenagers. That means it can be all negative outcome for teenagers, making them compare their experience with perfect lives on social media. So they are pressurized, they are having a negative outcome in order to compete with others good life in social media. So this is the meaning of the paragraph. And what does the statement says? Online platforms can have a negative effect on young people's life. So it is saying that it can have a negative impact. Negative effect is seen in people who use platforms like social media, Facebook, Twitter. It is the same thing that our paragraph is also saying. Okay, the paragraph is saying the same thing, that it is pervasive, it is pressurized, and they are connecting their life with the online presence. Okay, so it is saying the same thing. Okay, all persuasive, negative, all pressurized, negative. Okay, so they are not contradicting but agreeing. The statement is agreeing with the paragraph. So we, after seeing the keywords, matching them, and seeing the synonyms, we are able to detect that both are saying the same thing, that people are having a bad effect by using social media, especially the young ones. So now we can conclude that both the statement and the paragraph are saying the same thing: negative effect, negative effect. Okay, so now we can conclude that it is true. Okay, though it is very different. Okay, though the sentences in the paragraph will be totally paraphrased sentences, but if you get the meaning clearly using the keywords and the synonyms, then you will be able to realize that whether it is true or whether it is false. So here we saw that it is saying the same thing, that it is giving a negative effect. So what we are going to say, it is true. So look out for the keywords and look out for the synonyms, and see, match whether they are saying the same thing. And once they are saying the same thing, it is the true statement. Okay, now let's move ahead. The third one is the statement, there is evidence. Okay, there is evidence. Evidence means there is some uh, proper paperwork, some proper explanation for certain phenomenon that has taken place. So there is evidence, there is evidence that the presence of pets in schools help kids with mental health issues. So what does our statement say here? It says that evidence is that there are some explanations, proven methods to show that pets in schools help kids with mental health issues. mental well-being of kids, the mental well-being of kids is helped in schools using pets. This is scientifically proven. They have some explanation, some evidence to show and adhere to what they are saying. Okay, so now we are going to look for these synonyms. Mental health, we are going to look out, these are our keywords: pets, mental health. We are going to search in the paragraphs, and wherever you find these keywords or their synonyms, you are going to stop on that paragraph and then go for a clear reading. Until then, you just skim read for these keywords as mental health and pets. After I just go through all the paragraphs, I find this one. How? Though I have synonyms, I relate that this is relating to my question. How? The pets have been replaced with animals such as dogs. Okay, so we know that dogs are pet animals. They are not kept outside, they are pet animals. So we are saying, okay, this is the place where we have to search for now. Okay, and another thing, uh, mental health is easily found here. Okay, mental health is already there, so this is another keyword which is found here. So we are going to now completely read and see whether the statement and the question is saying the same thing. So let's read it. But Sir Anthony suggested another more low-tech approach to reducing anxiety. Okay, so he is telling something low technological method to reduce the anxiety, the soothing presence of animals such as dogs. So he's saying there is another easy way to reduce anxiety, pressure, or depression in people, such as presence of animals, such as, okay, presence of animals such as dog. Okay, he is suggesting. Okay, he is suggesting. But what we have here in the question, there is evidence. Okay, the question is there is evidence. So they are clearly saying, they are with proper agreement, they are saying that there is some evidence, scientifically proven methods, that presence of pets help in mental issues. But here it is saying Sir Anthony suggested. He is just giving a suggestion, he is just making a point of view. Okay, he is just making his viewpoint that presence of animals such as dog could reduce anxiety. Okay, move ahead. The quickest and biggest hit that we can make to improve mental health in our schools and to make them feel safe for children is to have at least one dog in every single school in the country. So after reading this statement, okay, feel safe for children to have at least one dog in every single school, we will say that, okay, it is saying the same thing as the question. Okay, presence of pets helps kids mental health. So isn't it saying the same thing? So let's go for true. But what we are missing here is, what do you think we are missing here? Though the last statement says the same thing as the statement, but our another keyword is missing in this paragraph. What is that keyword? Can you recognize that? Yes, mental health is there, pets and pets are there. Okay, so presence of pets in school helps kid. Okay, making improve mental health in our schools, make them feel safe, is to have at least one dog in every school. So it is saying the same thing. But what do we have here in the another what do we have here? We have evidence. Okay, we have evidence. The statement says there is a proof, there is a scientifically proven method that shows presence of pets. But what we have in the paragraph, suggested. Okay, Sir Anthony suggested another way. Okay, he just suggested. He is not saying that it is proven. He is not saying that it has been scientifically proven, or there is some evidence or some paperwork or any explanation that this will work. He is not giving any confidence to us that this will work. He is just saying that it may work. Okay, he's saying, suggestion means It may work. I don't know for sure, but maybe this will help in reducing the anxiety for children. This is what our paragraph is saying. But our statement is saying that there is evidence. So I am saying I clearly know that this is going to help. I have proof for showing you that animals will help children in reducing their anxiety. So these are two different things. So it is not saying evidence, it is saying suggested. So we did not find any evidence in this. Okay, there is no evidence. Did we find any evidence? So this is not true. Also, this cannot be false because it is saying the same thing, is to have at least one dog in every single school. Okay, so it's saying the same thing, it's saying the same thing, so it cannot be false. But the only part that we are missing here is evidence. So there is no talk of evidence. Okay, there is no talk of evidence. So what we can conclude by this is the evidence is not given here. The evidence is not given here. They have not mentioned whether they have any evidence for this or not. Okay, so if you write false for this one, because we said that suggested, we said that they are suggesting, not giving evidence, but this is not false because the other part of the question, the presence of pets of school will help in mental issue, is there. So it cannot be false. The statement is having the same thing. But one key point is missing here, that is the evidence. They have not talked whether they have the evidence. If they would have said there is no evidence to show something, 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 then you will say that this is false because it is contradicting the statement. But here it is not contradicting the statement, it is not opposite of the statement, but it is as same as the evidence, the statement. But they have not mentioned whether they have an evidence or whether they don't have the evidence. Okay, this part is missing here, they have not mentioned. So some information about which it is not mentioned in the paragraph, but the statement is the same, it is same as the paragraph. Both statement and the paragraph are having the same information, but one piece of information from the statement is missing in the paragraph. Then we say that this is not given. You could easily see why students get confused in not given true and false, because it is also saying that it is false by saying that it is suggested, not evident. It is also agreeing to the statement that presence of pets in school will have mental health, and here it is saying it is to have at least one dog in every single school. So it is true as well as false. But when we see properly, we cannot say it. Why we cannot say? Because it is false, because it is saying that the presence of pet is there and it will help, and here also it is saying it is feel to make children feel safe, at least one dog in every so both are a same statement, so we cannot say it is false. We can also not say it as true because it is saying that suggested. Okay, so we cannot say that it is same, agreeing to the same point. But they are talking about something called evidence in the statement, but that is not mentioned in our paragraph. So if a piece of information from the statement is not at all mentioned in the paragraph, which looks like true, then you need to say it as not given. Okay, so the confusion mainly will be whether it is true or whether it is not given. So read the information correctly. If each and every keyword of the statement matches with your paragraph, then it is true. But if both are same, it is agreeing, the statement and the paragraph is agreeing, but there is one keyword which is missing in the paragraph, then you should say it as not given. Okay, I hope you are clear in this. Okay, so true and false, we have seen, we need to see for the keyword, skim read for the keyword, then find the paragraph, then you need to read it completely and say whether it is agreeing to the statement. If yes, then true. If it is disagreeing or contradicting the statement, by seeing the proper keywords, then you have to go for false. The third type, whether it is not given or true, then You should read your statement and your paragraph. Look whether they are agreeing. If they are agreeing, then don't just write true. Go for each and every word of the statement. The keywords, evidence, pets, mental health, are they all present in your paragraph? If even any one keyword, important thing, important part of the statement is missing in the paragraph, then you just clearly can write that it is not given. Do not go for true, because for true, each and every word, each and every synonym should match with your paragraph. But even if one piece of information is missing in between the statement, the question statement and the paragraph, then be clear that you have to write not given. Okay, so this is a few tips which I would like to share with you, so that you get clear idea on what is and how to solve this true false not given of your IELTS exam. Hope this was useful. Now practice with the same method. Okay, true if agree, contradict means false, and if the statement and the paragraph have same meaning, same information, but only one piece of information from the statement is missing in the paragraph, then go for not given. Okay, so now try this method for as much questions as you can and try to solve them, and I hope you get them all good. So all the best for your exams and do well.